What is up, Oceanside Tribe? It's Professor Doug with your weekly check-in. I hope this message finds you safe, healthy, and in good spirits. This week, we revisit a very powerful word, leadership. No, such a powerful word. As we remind the kids every time we talk about this word, is leadership good or bad? They'd be like, good. I was like, can leadership be bad? They're like, no. And I was like, it can. Can you lead someone to do something bad? And they're like, yeah, exactly. It's always in the power in our own hands when we talk about certain things and our perspective of where they go. Then I would talk to them very simply about who in your life is a leader. They'd be like, oh, mom and dad. I'm like, exactly. Mom and dad. Are they good leaders? Yes, of course. Do you want to be as strong as them, as smart as them, as big as them, as fast as them? I'm like, yeah. So what is that called? They wouldn't know. Some of my juniors would. They'd be like, inspiration. Exactly, inspiration. They don't just tell you what to do. They inspire you to be better. That's important. When we look at leaders in our life and people that we put on that position, how do they inspire you? Do they inspire you to be better, stronger? Is it from a positive context, a negative context? Those are very important questions to ask ourselves and the people that we view as leaders. But there's one leadership trait, or I would say position, that I would always argue with, and that is self-leadership. Probably one of the hardest things I wouldn't say mastered, that I am in the process of understanding better. And that is self-leadership. Man, that is so hard at times. You know, you get so strong in so many different aspects and in different things. You know, you would figure me, I've retired Marine, been a firefighter, I've accomplished all these other different positions in my life. And now I'm a black belt and I'm a school owner. Obviously, I have self-leadership. But it's not something that once you have, it's there forever. It's something that must be maintained. It's something that must be nurtured and flourished, or given the ability to flourish and grow daily. Because daily you will fight yourself. I use the mats so much as an example of that self-leadership. It's not so much about the part of understanding that when we do a technique, you're not going to get it right away. Or if I show you a technique that does work, most of the time you'll abandon it because of your comfort and where you are at. And that might be outside your comfort zone. And maybe you're not at the level of going that far outside your comfort zone and the ability to lose. But the one thing that I always talk about when I talk about leadership is when you wake up, you repeat a process. You don't really gain any momentum forward. You go to sleep, you wake up, and you repeat that process with still no real far achievement or even view of where you have been able to progress forward. And then you go to sleep and you wake up and you repeat that process again and again and again. And some people even have that as a definition of insanity. I view it as the process to success. Whether it's becoming a Gracie Baja school owner, or it's becoming a black belt, or it's just becoming a better version of yourself, or a better understanding of who you are. This process of life is hard, just like jiu-jitsu. It is not easy. And we have seen many movies and many quotes about how if we allow life to beat us down and keep us there, we will stay there, or we must triumph and overcome adversity. But truly and honestly, it all comes down to you. You must have the ability to lead yourself to overcome yourself, to lead yourself to recognize that you are stronger than you ever thought possible. You are wiser than you ever thought possible, and you can accomplish anything that you believe. It's sad when I ask my kids now these days, I says, can you be anything that you want? And not all of them say yes. And they're only 8, some of them younger. We have to change the future. But the only way to change the future is to change our children and influence them. But the only way to change the children is to give them examples to follow. Remember, they don't do what you say. They do what you do. So self-leadership is a ripple effect. I promise, if you continue to strive to become a better person, to have a better understanding of yourself, everything around you flourishes. Maybe not materialistically, but in the memories of the people that you create them with. That's more important at the end of the day than anything money can buy. Self-leadership will be the hardest thing you will ever do, but the most rewarding for both you, your friends, your family, and your loved ones, and all the people that are watching that you don't even know are watching. As always, guys, I hope this message finds you safe, healthy, and in good spirits. And during these times, stay strong. Reach out if you need help. And I hope everyone has a blessed holiday. Take care. We'll see you on the mats. Os.